my lovely dears, welcome to this new Italian tutorial. The previous tutorials have been on words related to family and to the weather, or how to ask directions, or to tell time. But this tutorial will be more grammatical, more on the grammar, because it will be on the article. The article is very important because it tells you the gender of a noun. It's true that in Italian, usually male nouns end in O in the singular and female nouns end in A. But we have also the reverse, so male nouns ending in A and female nouns ending in O. Those are less common, but we have them. And we have even nouns ending in E in singular, which can be both male and female. So how do you know that a noun is male or female? From the article. So let's go to the definite article. In English, it's just the. So there's nothing difficult about that. In Italian, given that it has to tell you the gender of the noun, we have both a male and a female form of the definite article. Let's start with a male, singular. Now, the main article singular is il. So, for example, the book is il libro. Now, we have also a second form of the male article in singular, which is lo. And it has to be used if the noun starts with an S plus a consonant. For example, scoglio, which is the rock in the sea, you will say lo scoglio. Or if the noun starts with a Z, so for example, the backpack is lo zaino. Or, for example, if the noun starts with G and N, for example, the dwarf in Italian is lo gnomo. We have seen the group gn in a previous tutorial about some rules for pronunciation. Now, we have also a third form for the male article, which is the L plus apostrophe, which has to be used when the noun starts with a vowel. So, for example, the friend in Italian is l'amico. And you would use L apostrophe and then amico. So that's it for the male article, determinate article in singular. The plural of the male determinate article. Now, it is important that you consider what you use in the singular, because if you use il in a singular, the plural is I. So the plural of il is I. So il libro becomes I libri. Now, if you use lo in singular, then it's gli in plural. So lo scoglio becomes gli scogli, or lo zaino becomes gli zaini, and lo gnomo becomes gli gnomi. Now, about the L plus apostrophe in singular, the plural is gli. So lo and L plus apostrophe have the same plural, which is gli. So l'amico becomes gli amici. Now, let's go to the female determinate article. It's simpler than the male because we have just la which is the main female article. So for example, the school is la scuola. And then we have the L plus apostrophe, which has to be used if the noun starts with a vowel. So for example, the female from amico is amica, and you will say l'amica. So L, apostrophe, and amica. Let's go to the plural. The plural is very simple for the female determinate article because it's just le. So la scuola becomes le scuole and l'amica becomes le amiche. So that's it for the determinate article. The indeterminate article, of course, we have just the singular form. So it corresponds to in English a, an, and of course there's just a singular form. And the male is un. For example, if you are talking about a building in general, you say un palazzo. Now, the female form is una. So to talk about a door in general, you say una porta. Now, something important. The male article is un, but also uno. Uno has to be used in the same cases in which you use lo. So you have to remember which determinate article you would use. If you would use il or el plus apostrophe, then the indeterminate article is un. In the male indeterminate article, there's no apostrophe. Also, if the following noun starts with a vowel. When the determinate article is lo, then the indeterminate article is uno. So, for example, if lo scoglio becomes uno scoglio if you're talking about in general. Or a student is uno studente, because you would also say lo studente using the determinate article. Now, one last thing about the indeterminate article. There is also a form with the apostrophe, but it's just the female. So, if the female is una, but if the following noun starts with a vowel, then you use un plus apostrophe. So, for example, if you're talking about a friend in general, is un'amica with apostrophe. But if you're talking about a love in general, you will say un amore without the apostrophe, because amore is male. And this is very important to remember. It's one of the first things that they teach at elementary school in Italy, because it's very easy to make mistakes. So remember, if the indeterminate article is always without apostrophe in the male, only the female has the apostrophe. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give a thumb up if you liked it. Feel free to post any question, any comments that you may have. I would love to read it. And please subscribe to my channel if you like my tutorials, if you want to learn how to speak Italian perfectly. And thanks for watching, and see you next tutorial. Ciao ciao!